Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about something very interesting. Can you really learn English while you sleep? This question makes many people curious. Some people think it is impossible. Other people think it is magic. But what is the truth? Let's discover together. Many English learners feel tired. You study grammar every day. You memorize new words. You practice speaking. You watch videos. But sometimes you feel stuck. Progress feels very slow. You ask yourself, why is learning English so difficult? Why can't there be an easier way? This is why the idea of sleep learning is so popular. Imagine this. You close your eyes at night. You rest peacefully. And while you sleep, your brain learns English. Sounds perfect, right? You don't need to work hard. You don't need extra time. You just sleep and improve. This idea feels like a dream come true. But we need to be honest and clear. Sleep learning is not magic. It is not a shortcut. You cannot become fluent just by sleeping. However, sleep learning can help you in powerful ways when you use it correctly. The key word here is correctly. Many people use it wrong and get disappointed. Today, you will learn the right way. Let's start with an important question. What happens to your brain when you sleep? Most people think sleep is like turning off a computer. Everything stops. Everything goes dark. But this is completely wrong. Your brain stays very active during sleep. In fact, your brain works very hard at night. Sleep has different stages. You don't just sleep in one way all night. First, you enter light sleep. Your body starts to relax. Your thoughts slow down. Then you go into deeper sleep. Your body becomes very still. Your breathing becomes slow and regular. Finally, you enter a special stage called REM sleep. REM means rapid eye movement. During this stage, your eyes move quickly under your closed eyelids. This is when you dream. During all these sleep stages, your brain is doing something amazing. It is working with your memories. Think about everything you did today. Everything you saw, everything you heard, everything you learned. Your brain received all this information, but it cannot keep everything. There is too much. So at night, your brain makes decisions. It asks, what is important? What should I remember? What can I forget? This process is called memory consolidation. Your brain takes weak memories from the day and makes them stronger. It takes important information and stores it deeply. This is why sleep is so important for learning. When you study something during the day and then sleep well at night, you remember it much better. Now here is the interesting part. Your brain decides what to keep based on several things. First, repetition. If you heard or saw something many times, your brain thinks it must be important. Second, emotion. If something made you feel happy, sad, excited, or interested, your brain remembers it better. Third, relevance. If something seems useful for your life, your brain keeps it. So what does this mean for learning English? It means that sleep naturally helps you remember what you studied during the day. Even without any special technique, good sleep makes your English better. But sleep learning takes this one step further. If you listen to English before sleeping and during sleep, you can strengthen your memory even more. Scientists have done many experiments about sleep learning. They wanted to know if it really works. In laboratories, they attached special machines to people's heads. These machines measured brain waves. They showed when the brain was awake and when it was in deep sleep. In one famous experiment, researchers played word pairs to people while they slept. Words like hat and apple, or lamp and river. The people did not know this was happening. They were completely asleep. But something interesting happened. When people woke up the next morning, they could guess the correct word pairs more often than expected. Not perfectly, but better than chance. Another important study happened in Switzerland. Scientists taught people some foreign words in the evening before bed. Then, during the night while people slept, they played those same words softly. In the morning, the people who heard the words during sleep remembered more words. Their memory was stronger and clearer. But here is the critical discovery. When scientists tried to teach completely new words only during sleep, it did not work. People could not remember anything new. The brain ignored the information. This proved something very important. Sleep cannot teach you new things. Sleep can only strengthen things you already learned while awake. This is the truth about sleep learning. Your brain during sleep is not a student. It is an organizer. It does not learn new lessons. It reviews old lessons. It makes them stronger and deeper. It builds connections. It cleans up confusion. But it needs the first learning to happen during the day when you are awake. So now you understand what you can and cannot do with sleep learning. Let me be very clear about this because many people get confused. You cannot learn grammar rules while sleeping. Grammar is complex. It needs your full attention. You need to think, compare, and practice. Your sleeping brain cannot do this kind of detailed work. You cannot become fluent by sleeping. Fluency needs real practice. You must speak out loud. You must make mistakes. You must have real conversations. You must use your mouth, your tongue, your voice. Sleep cannot give you this physical practice. You cannot learn completely new vocabulary while sleeping. If you play a list of new words you never heard before, your brain will ignore them. It will treat them like background noise. Nothing will stick in your memory. But here is what you can do. You can remember words better, especially words you already studied during the day. When you hear them again at night, your brain says, "Oh yes, I know this word, let me store it deeper." This makes a big difference. Words that felt weak and uncertain become stronger and more automatic. You can improve your listening comfort. This is very important. When you hear English sounds every night, even softly in the background, your brain becomes more familiar with English. The language stops feeling foreign and strange. It starts feeling normal and natural. This builds confidence. You can strengthen sentence patterns. If you hear the same sentences many times, your brain learns the structure. You learn where the subject goes, where the verb goes, how English flows. You don't learn this through grammar rules. You learn it through feeling and repetition. This is how children learn languages. You can create positive feelings about English. Many learners feel nervous or scared about English. But when you hear English in a peaceful, relaxing way every night, your brain forms different associations. English becomes connected with rest and peace instead of stress and work. This psychological change is very powerful. Now let me teach you how to prepare properly. This is extremely important. Sleep learning is not just about playing sounds at night. The real power comes from what you do before sleep. The last 20 minutes before you close your eyes can change everything. First, you need to calm your body and mind. No phone notifications. No social media. No stressful news. Your brain needs to be peaceful and open. Stress closes your mind. Peace opens it. Sit quietly on your bed. Close your eyes. Take slow, deep breaths. Just be present in the moment. Next, choose what to listen to. This choice is critical. Do not choose something new and difficult. Do not choose complicated lessons or long podcasts. Choose something you already studied earlier in the day. Something familiar. Something simple. Maybe a short story. Maybe 5 sentences. Maybe a small dialogue. Keep it very short. 2 or 3 minutes is enough. Why use something you already know? Because your brain needs recognition, not discovery. When your brain hears familiar words at night, it says, yes, I remember this from today. This must be important. Let me save it better. But when your brain hears completely new words, it says, what is this? I don't know this. I will ignore it. Here is a good technique. During the day, listen to a short English story. Really focus on it. Understand every word. Listen 2 or 3 times. Feel the meaning. Let it touch you emotionally. Then, in the evening, listen again while you relax. This is your active study time. Read it out loud. Repeat the sentences. Practice the pronunciation. Now before bed, listen one more time. But this time, just relax. Don't try to study. Don't try to memorize. Just let the words wash over you gently. Smile while you listen. Feel good about learning. Feel grateful for this time. These positive emotions help your memory work better. Then when you lie down to sleep, play the same audio very softly. The volume should be low. You should barely hear it. Like a whisper in the distance. Like gentle rain on the roof. This is important. If the sound is too loud, it will disturb your sleep. You might wake up. You might not enter deep sleep stages. And then sleep learning cannot work properly. Use a timer. Set it for 30 to 60 minutes. You don't need to play English all night long. Just the first hour is enough. During this time, your brain moves through the early sleep stages. This is when memory consolidation is strongest. After 1 hour, let your room become silent. Let your brain rest completely. What exactly should you listen to? Let me give you specific recommendations. Slow English stories work very well. Choose stories with simple language. Stories that make you feel something. Happy stories. Peaceful stories. Inspiring stories. Stories connect with emotions, and emotions help memory. You can also use sentence loops. This means the same sentences repeat over and over. For example, I can speak English. Every day, I understand more. I love learning new words. I am becoming better. These simple, positive sentences build both language and confidence. Hearing them many times makes them part of your thinking. English with soft background music is also good. Music relaxes your brain. It makes the experience smoother and more pleasant. But choose music without strong rhythms or loud sounds. Calm piano music, soft nature sounds, gentle instrumental music. The music should support the words, not overpower them. Before sleep, you can also practice shadowing. This means you listen to a sentence and immediately repeat it out loud. Do this for just 2 or 3 minutes. Then play the same audio while you sleep. This technique is powerful because you engage with the content both actively and passively. Now let me tell you clearly what not to use. Do not use news reports. News is fast, full of facts, and often stressful. This is not good for sleep learning. Do not use complicated podcasts. If you need intense focus to understand something while awake, it is too difficult for sleep. Do not use long grammar lessons. Your sleeping brain does not care about rules. It wants rhythm and feeling. And most importantly, do not use anything completely new. Remember this rule. Sleep is for repetition, not for first learning. Always use content you already heard during the day. This is the golden rule of sleep learning. Let me give you a complete daily routine. This routine combines day learning with night learning. When you use both together, the results are much stronger. In the morning, spend just 5 minutes with English. While you brush your teeth or make breakfast, play a short English story. Don't study intensely, just listen and enjoy. Let English gently wake up your brain. At midday, repeat the same content. Listen again during lunch or a short break. This repetition tells your brain this content is appearing multiple times today. It must be important. In the evening, spend 10 to 15 minutes actively practicing. Listen and repeat out loud. Shadow the sentences. Write them in a notebook. Record your own voice. This active engagement is crucial. At night, between 9 and 10, prepare for sleep learning. Sit quietly. Calm your mind. Listen to the same content one more time. Just relax and smile. Feel good about your learning. Then lie down, play the audio softly, set your timer, and sleep peacefully. Your brain will do the rest of the work. This routine is simple but powerful. You are not adding many extra hours to your day. You are just using the time you already have more effectively. Morning listening, midday review, evening practice, and night reinforcement. These 4 touch points create strong memory. Now I need to warn you about common mistakes. Many people try sleep learning and fail because they do it wrong. The first mistake is using new or difficult content while sleeping. They think more challenge equals more learning. But this is backwards. Your sleeping brain needs easy, familiar content. The second mistake is playing English all night for 8 hours. This disturbs your sleep quality. You feel tired in the morning. Your overall learning actually gets worse. Use a timer. 60 minutes maximum, quality over quantity. The third mistake is changing content every night. Monday, you listen to one story. Tuesday, a different story. Wednesday, a podcast. Thursday, a grammar lesson. This confuses your brain. Your brain needs to hear the same thing multiple times to build strong neural pathways. Choose one piece of content. Use it for at least 5 nights. Then you can change. The fourth mistake is using fast, loud, or emotional content. Some people play exciting movies or dramatic shows. But sleep needs peace, not excitement. Choose calm voices, slow speed, gentle tones. Your brain should feel relaxed, not stimulated. The fifth mistake is expecting magic. Some people think sleep learning will make them fluent without any other effort. They don't study during the day. They don't practice speaking. They just sleep and hope. This will not work. Sleep learning is a helper, not a complete solution. You must still do regular study during the day. The sixth mistake is using content they don't enjoy. Some people choose boring material. They think it doesn't matter because they are sleeping anyway. But your brain is smart. Even during sleep, your brain responds better to content that made you feel good while awake. Choose things you like. Choose things that make you smile. Enjoyment matters. So can sleep learning really help you speak better? This is what everyone wants to know. The answer is yes. But not in the way most people think. Sleep learning will not suddenly make words come out of your mouth. It will not give you perfect grammar. It will not replace speaking practice. But sleep learning does something important. It builds familiarity and confidence. When you hear English every night, the language becomes part of your mental background. It stops feeling foreign. It starts feeling normal. And when something feels normal, you feel less afraid of it. Fluency comes from automatic responses. It comes when words appear in your mouth without thinking. This automatic feeling starts with familiarity. And sleep learning builds familiarity in a deep, subconscious way. When you speak English and need a word, that word must come quickly. If you have to think and search for it, your speaking is slow and difficult. But if the word just appears, like magic, your speaking is smooth and confident. Sleep learning helps words become more automatic, not because it teaches them, but because it strengthens the memory pathways. Think about your mind as a garden. During the day, you plant seeds. These seeds are English words, sentences, and ideas. You work in the sunlight. You dig in the soil. You water the plants. This is necessary work. But at night, while you sleep, something special happens. The seeds grow roots. They go deeper into the earth. They become stronger. You cannot see this happening, but it is real. Sleep learning is like gentle rain on your garden at night. It is not planting new seeds. It is helping the seeds you already planted grow deeper and stronger. This is natural. This is powerful. This is real. So tonight, before you sleep, choose one simple thing. One short story you studied today. One group of sentences that made you smile. Listen to it calmly before bed. Play it softly while you sleep. And trust the process. Trust your amazing brain. Your brain wants to help you. It wants you to succeed. You just need to give it the right conditions. Remember these key points. Sleep learning is not magic, but it is helpful. Use familiar content, not new content. Keep it short and simple. Use a timer for 30 to 60 minutes. Combine sleep learning with day learning. Be patient and consistent. And most importantly, enjoy the process. Feel good about learning. Make English a peaceful part of your rest time. Your English journey is unique and beautiful. Every small step matters. Every night of gentle listening builds your skills deeper. You are growing, even when you cannot see it. Even when you are sleeping. So rest well tonight. Let your brain work for you. And wake up tomorrow, ready to continue your journey with confidence and hope. Your English is getting better every single day.